Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the webinar today. My name is Gina Breinig, and I work in the Health Promotion Department at the Health Plan. We believe each person's well-being is multidimensional, going beyond just physical health, which is why our wellness program focuses on 8 dimensions: emotional, environmental, social, spiritual, personal, professional, nutritional, financial, and physical. We are excited to offer a number of short educational videos on these dimensions and hope you're able to gain new knowledge and motivation to help you continue on your own journey to optimal well-being. Before we get started today, first some housekeeping items. We have everyone in listen-only mode for best sound quality, but there is a chat feature you can use to submit any questions. We will compile all the questions and send them out with responses to everyone after the webinar. This webinar is being recorded, so for those who are listening to the recording, there's an email at the end of the presentation where you can submit any questions. And now I'd like to introduce Abigail Ninneman, who will be speaking about one of our real goals: no spending for 30 days, a topic in our financial dimension. Abigail has nearly 10 years working with schools and healthcare. She has a master's degree in counseling education with a school emphasis. Abigail's passion for working with people and addressing social determinants of health has led her to pursuing a second master's degree in social work. She has been a part of implementing many policies and programs in the healthcare setting and is currently a health transformation consultant with the Health Promotion Department. Thank you, Abigail, for sharing your information and your time with us today.
Thank you, Gina, for the introduction. So welcome to an introduction of one of our real goals, no spending for 30 days. The objective of this video is to introduce you to the challenge and how to participate in the challenge from where you are at. So the overall goal is for the next 30 days to only spend money on necessary bills and purchases. So while this challenge is to not to spend more for 30 days, you still have to pay your rent, your mortgage, your daycare bills, your electricity, all of those things you need to survive. We don't want you to get evicted or get in trouble, so keep paying the regular stuff. The hope is that by trying this challenge, you will notice or make changes in your everyday spending of the extras. So some of the benefits of doing this challenge are to gain some better money management, either skills or tips to better manage your money. Also to have extra money for wanted purchases and help you identify your needs versus wants. It can also help build up your savings, and you may notice more money left over at the end of each month or pay period by doing this challenge. So first you want to create a budget. So there's a few different options and it really depends on how this works for you. This is not a cookie cutter challenge. It works different for everybody. So figure out what works best for you to do the challenge. So first, you can take a moment or a little bit of time and record your monthly income and the money you spend during the month. So this includes all your regular bills and all the extras. So eating out, entertainment, movies, all of the Target or Walmart runs. If you use a credit card or a debit card, you can log into that account so you can see all of your spending. Another option is to take a month, the first month before you start the challenge, and create a budget over the next month. So it's easy to forget some of our purchases if we don't track everything. So if you don't balance a checkbook or you don't always use a card, you can forget, like, oh yeah, I paid $5 for that coffee with cash. And we can sometimes purposely forget some of the things that we spent. So if you track over the next month, then you can get a true picture of your monthly budget. And then the next step would be then to start the challenge after that first month of creating the budget. And you want to, the goal is to spend less than the last month and to record all of your purchases throughout the month and why that purchase was an essential purchase, why that was something you needed. So as you're tracking for the month of the spending, so this is after you've already set the budget and you start to, track how you're spending, really ask yourself some questions. So you could ask yourself, is this essential purchase? Do I really need this? Do I have something like this at home? Can I use, a different meat for this meal? Can we try what's in our pantry? Can I um, make coffee at home? Do I need to stop and get one on the way to work? Like, really think about that. Also think about, when you went to the grocery store or on your Costco trip, did you make a list and did you stick to it? Did you go outside of that list? Were you kind of sucked into the impulse purchases at the checkout? And then at the end, compare to see if you spent less. And then at the end of the 30 days, review your spending. Did you truly spend less? Where could you still cut extras? Did you notice any trends where, if you work out in the morning and you're less likely to pack, coffee or lunch, can you make some changes there? Um, and then if there's a couple different even ways to do the challenge, not only are there different ways to kind of set up your budget because it works different for everybody, but you can also do this a little differently, especially if you have kids. Things can come up all the time where you're just not ready for that expense. So another way to kind of do this is to do kind of an allowance or even a cash only spending. So when it makes sense for over the month, give yourself an allowance of, let's say, $200 for all of the extras, so things outside of your regular bills. Because it's a lot easier to swipe our card and just to keep swiping it than it is to hand over $20. It can be hard to let go of that $20 sometimes. So then by using the cash only spending or giving ourselves allowance, like that's all the money we have. And then we only or we're more mindful of how we spend that money. And we really start to think like, okay, that might be my last 20 and I have a week left. Do I really need to buy, go out to lunch? Do I need to buy that coffee? Anything like that. And then another option is even to put money in different envelopes. So if for the month our family of 4, we want to go to the movies at least once a month, we'll put money in the entertainment envelope for that. And that's all the money we can have. And then at the end of that month, the hope is there's money left over in those envelopes or that you didn't spend all of your allowance. And then you can put that into a savings account and create yourself a fund or, start to create another savings account to then have more money for a vacation or whatever it is that you and your family want to do or that you want to do. So thank you for taking the time to check out our 30-day no spend challenge. I hope you're able to take one tip or helpful trick away for yourself.
Thank you, Abigail, for the great information. And thank you to everyone who has attended today. If you have any further questions, please send us an email. Thanks again and have a great day.